From one of the loudest venues in the National Football League, you get a look there at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Buffalo Bills. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Bills, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
Mahomes now to throw. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That's sacked by Tremaine Edmonds. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward. And how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
His throw incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57's a must.
Now Mahomes. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. Here's the Chiefs punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. That's taken on the 25. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better quarterbacks in the league had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He gets this one complete to Bowden. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Coming to you. Coming to you. Hey, watch that. Watch that.
He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
To throw is Bowden. Dancing to his left. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. Now Eckler. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
2nd and 5. To throw, it's Allen. This will be caught just inside the 10. Touchdown! A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw is Mahomes. With a slant to his running back, it's Jones. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Mahomes now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And Mahomes picking up the first as he slides and hits the deck.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Hey, 57 colors, 57 colors.
Mike, 9. 3 buzz, 3 buzz, 3 buzz.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
Jones. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Jones again. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet.
Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big play here for Buffalo. Defense blitz, but they picked it up pretty well.
Allowed their man to stand firm in the pocket and not be hurried, didn't it? That allowed him to make the nice throw downfield to help complete that play.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
Check 52. Check 99.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Chiefs' 11-yard line.
Mike's 419. 42. Man out. Mike 42. Mike 42. Pass. Mike 42. They gonna need some therapy after this. Check 42.
On 2nd and 1, Allen being chased out left. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Mike 42. Check. Mike 42. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
Here's Allen. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Check 24. Check 24. Yellow.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And they work this out past the 25. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Terry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Yellow.
57.
Focus, defense, focus.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go. Get ignite. Let's go.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10.
Watch the run. 57's Mike. Mike 57.
Now here's Mahomes. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Get that ball right here. 57's a Mike. 57's a Mike.
And again, it's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On play action, it's Mahomes. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. On play action, Allen. Forced out to his left. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a time ball game here heading to break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Now a toss, running left, Eckler. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Allen gonna throw. On the screen, this is Eckler. Now room for Eckler. Room here to run. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
49.
And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Not quite the success they had last. One goes for 3 yards. Second and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Bills are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometime
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. 30. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on off.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss. No good. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On play action, Allen. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
With that impact, I fully expected the ball to pop free. I still remember an old defensive back friend of mine. He used to say, guess what? Even if they catch the ball, make sure they have a memento to take back to the sideline.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Mike's 14. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
Running on first down, Eckler. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
Allen now on first down. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great play there. With his third touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Bills draw a bit closer. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 20-yard line.
Yellow.
Let's go. Double tight. Double tight. Double tight. We got three. We got three, fellas. We got three.
Hero 15.
51's the Mike. 51's the Mike.
Here it comes.
They go play fake. Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, he's got one of the strongest arms in the league. Some people may say the strongest, but that can also have a downside occasionally, and here he's intercepted.
Yeah, when we talk about strong arms, being able to throw it deep downfield doesn't necessarily take the strongest. It takes more of the timing type of a quarterback. And it's great to be able to take your shot, but when it hangs up there just a bit too long, you put it in jeopardy. And in this case, it was intercepted.
A gain of 29 yards. And the Bills first down.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
Man, you're getting deep on me here. I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get in the weight room. So, Mike 51. Mike 51. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Mahomes going to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Hey, check.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the lines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move, but oftentimes it's a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Right here, guys. Spike 51.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because...
And look at this, another fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 47.
Back to you.
Shift. He's covering. He's emptying. We got double up.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The 71 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Alert three. Switch.
On second down, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. They go play action. Now Mahomes. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him to just a couple and force a third down.
The Chiefs on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he will have a Chiefs first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Go, Mike 51. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. He sets up the screen to Jones. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
A 33-yard attempt.
And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 69 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
36. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Allen. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. It's Eckler again. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Now it's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's Allen. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They come up on a 1st and goal and most likely 4-down territory as they need a touchdown and the PAT for the lead. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the touchdown, and barring a miracle, the extra point can win this football game. extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
We got to seal. We got to seal. We got to seal. 65. 65. 65. Mike,
Mahomes will throw.
Here we go. Here we go.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all
Attack!
You're all mine.
Mahomes to throw it. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
Check pass. Check pass. Check 26. Check 26. Check nickel.
Attack!
Check 4. Check 4.
Hey, Rimley!
One final try for Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Bills are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here. Coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it. And interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Bills, the victory means they'll up their mark to 5-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.